Hello, and welcome to a scene for, well, mostly Rage Across New York, but also a bit of Mage. Um, Today, after the class with Blitzkrieg, um, Keegan, Travis, and Alicia were having a bit of a warm down, chill out, maybe a bit of a sparring session at the gym, when Alicia's phone goes off.
Is this Alicia Hayward?
Yes?
This is Dimitri Bergstrom. We met a while ago. I wanted to talk to you about um some step stuff. Um, he goes on to explain that you probably know me as Contemplates the Mercy, but it's Dimitri.
Okay. Um, well, at the moment, some people seem to be convinced that I'm going to get randomly attacked. So,
Let me just cut you off right there, not to be rude, but this is more has to do with your friend, Jericho. That's right, Jericho. I had a bit of a chat with Mother Larissa, and I believe that this works in his safety, if you're interested.
okay, well, if you want to talk about it, do you know where Blitzkrieg's gym is?
If you give me directions, I can meet you there.
Okay, but if you want to talk to Jericho, we probably shouldn't bring him here because this is kind of a Garu place. So,
Um, you want to meet me at, say, Starbucks? It's nice and open, and he can leave when if he wants to.
yeah, that works. Do you mind if I bring Travis and Keegan with me? We're just kind of we've been hanging out.
That's your pack, isn't it?
Keegan's one of my pack mates. Travis is one of Aaron's pack mates, but he's been concerned.
All right. I don't mind.
Excellent.
And with that,
The Starbucks on such and such a street, or the one over on another street?
the Starbucks on West 45th Street off of Fifth Avenue.
Okay. We will see you there, and I will try and see if we can meet Jericho on the way.
Hmm.
And she'll hang up. And she'll fill Travis and Keegan in on the situation and ask them if they want to come or if they'd rather stay here.
I'm in. Still don't know
I'm
what's going on with those other guys.
I'm in as well. Let's go.
Okay, but first I need to call Jericho. And so she's going to ring Jericho, who, given his
Uh,
current tendency for being in train stations, may or may not answer.
this is true. This is true. It takes a few seconds, a bunch of rings until you finally get Jericho on the horn. Jericho goes ahead and responds, "Hey,
Hi, Contemplates the Mercy? The one,
yes,
I mean, you said he was the one that said you could leave.
yes,
Well, I think he wants to talk to you about something. So, Travis Keegan and I are going to go and meet him at a Starbucks. So it should be fairly safe and public. Do you want us to meet you at a subway station or something on the way to have a talk with him? I mean, you can say no if you want to.
what street?"
And she'll give the address because she's lived in Manhattan for a long time, and I have not lived in Manhattan at all. So, so she will know the
Okay,
Starbucks.
you're gonna have to meet me on the 22nd platform. That's on the red line. I'll be there. Well, at least this train should be there in 45 minutes.
Okay, and we are just going to skip ahead the probably hour or so it will take for everyone to gather at the same Starbucks. Alicia will text an ETA to Contemplates the Mercy once they've got an idea of how long they'll take. So he won't be
He'll
sat there
text
waiting for the whole hour.
He'll text you back and he'll say he's enjoying a cup of coffee. Take your time.
Okay, and so I think we can skip the in-between section and assume that we managed to collect Jericho fairly safely.
When you collect him, before you do anything, before you see him, you get a short text that simply says, the ginger with the long hair.
Oh, you know Keegan. You've met Keegan before.
No. Like I said, you get a text.
Oh, okay.
Ginger with the long hair.
And the text will come back, Keegan. He lives at the Verbena chantry.
No, look for another one.
Okay. She's going to look around.
From what you can tell,
Okay.
under
And
a
she's going to...
certain light, it could be Jericho, but the face is like mostly completely changed. The underlying bone structure is there, but as you can see, he has long hair and is ginger. His nose
very
off.
surprised, but she is going to come over and collect you.
Not even gonna do into the true form?
It's automatic. I don't have to spend for it or anything. It happens automatically if she sniffs in the slightest. I take it you
right.
smell different to usual?
No, I smell completely the same.
Okay. Now I was going to say I have to roll for identifying mages as different from humans and so forth, but...
Here's the thing. Jericho knows how to disguise his face and some of his mannerisms, but he hasn't really quite tacked on to the idea that you actually smell.
Ah, fair enough. So,
But yes, he will accompany you.
Starbucks. She's not actually going to comment on the change of appearance because she can guess why it is and she's busy feeling guilty about it.
Yes, I'd love a cup.
So eventually they're going to end up in the Starbucks. And Alicia will recognize Contemplates the Mercy. And Jericho will probably recognize Contemplates the Mercy. I'm not sure about
I'm
the
not
other
sure. It was a stressful situation. Sometimes memory plays. Yeah, I know that man.
So they will come over and join him at a table, presumably fairly out of the way, so they won't be overheard.
Yes. For those of you who are like mages and stuff, he has 5 rage. So, I don't know, like curse and whatever business.
I think I'm good for the curse.
Okay. So he sits there and
But it's probably enough to keep the humans away.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He has what? Curses?
Oh, the curse to do with rage. But that's not really appropriate for Jericho because mages get half effective, and that would mean you'd basically only need 3 willpower to not be affected by it, whereas the majority of humans will be avoiding this table like the plague, which is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jericho, as you can probably... You'd have no idea who this man is at the moment that's currently facing you.
Okay. Alicia.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said Alicia, and he'll put out his hand. Hello. Hi. And he'll kind of just
Hi.
put up a hand and give Travis a fist bump.
Fist bump with Travis.
This is Keegan. He's one of my pack mates.
Nice to
Okay.
meet you.
And Jericho seems to have had a makeover, but
Hi, I'm Jack.
Oh,
Nice to meet you. Extends hand, looks at Alicia.
nice to meet you, Jack. Um,
Yeah, I think
basically,
we met each other just the other night, didn't we?
yes. Um, I recently had a talk with some people, and I am sorry that my fellows were a bit gruff with you.
I can understand how they would want to be very, very careful, especially after they had made such a very, very big mistake.
All right. So he looks and he says, "Well," and he looks directly at Alicia. A lot of people are upset with you,
so
and
I
it's
keep hearing, but I don't know why, because the veil doesn't apply to mages, and they go hanging around with changelings all the time.
he kind of puts up his hands and he's just like, "But here's the issue. The issue is that a lot of people are very concerned on how our young friend Jack came to said information."
Well,
Here is the thing, my good sir.
actually, a bunch of it is need to know, which we're not supposed to tell everybody in the sept.
All
Let
right,
me.
I understand that, and Jericho, this is for your safety.
mm,
I'm only talking to her right now. No disrespect. So as
Jericho,
he turns back up,
Jericho shuts the fucks up and sort of, leans back in his chair.
Okay, I can't tell you why, but me and my pack, we have a lot of interaction with the mages, and it is for a very good reason and for the benefit of the sept. But as I said, I can't really go into details because it's need to know. The thing
right?
is, Jericho does need to know because he is involved, and some of the other
Oh,
mages need to know because they are involved.
all
And
right.
so some of the information that they need to know in order to do what we need them to do for the sept, it tends to come with certain phrases.
All right.
And Gaia is one of
I
them.
okay. I believe in giving people fair shakes, and this is what's going to happen. Mother Larissa knows about, as he points to Jericho. She knows about you, and she wants to talk to you. This may work in your favor.
Uh, I understand this. Uh, I don't suppose that you be able to set up a meeting place and hopefully guarantee my safety?
Um, I am under orders to make sure that you get to her first, and that you aren't harmed.
Okay, so you're under orders to make sure that Jericho gets to talk to Mother Larissa unharmed. What about the trip back?
Well, put it this way: the spirits are well aware of what's going on, and because of the act of mercy I've showed our friend Jack, good things are happening.
Because Dog met him, and Dog seemed to approve of him, mostly.
It's not so much a question of what Dog thought. It's more of a question of there are a lot of interpretations of what our laws say, and a lot of people, mostly young people, have a lot of strong opinions.
I've noticed that. I've heard some things and some paranoia going on, and I don't really know what's happening, but, you know, I'm dealing with the mages for a good reason, and it's not the job of Cleaths that I don't even know to go asking whether I should be dealing with mages. And I don't know. It's just a bit of a mess, I think.
I think it's a bit of a mess too. And I think that above all else that we all should show some wisdom
Yes,
and not, and not let our baser instincts get the best of us.
definitely. And I definitely think that it's a good idea. I think it's a very good sign that Mother Larissa wants to talk to Jericho. It's just, it would be nice to be able to guarantee him safe passage there and back so that he feels more comfortable going.
I had no idea that Mother Larissa's command over the spirits was so immense, but apparently she knew some things and certain things weren't a surprise. So that was interesting. But at any rate, she wants to meet you. She said anytime. So.
Okay. Well, do we know if she will be there now?
I can. um, as we'll see Dimitri fiddle with his phone and send out a text message. I'll let you know.
In the meantime, Jericho told me some of the things that happened, but I was just wondering if you could fill me in on kind of what happened, because all I know is that he was kind of dragged off for questioning and threatened with a gun.
I was on my way to get a beer, actually. And I got a phone call from one of my packmates, Dives and Dumpsters. And we spoke, and he said they needed my opinion because I was the highest ranking guru they could find.
Okay.
As he talks to basically what happened was they wanted to know how he came to know a lot of our trigger words. Young Mr. Jack just happened to know far too much for the liking of some colleagues. In very short terms, they were ready to drag him off by his face and dismiss justice.
Which they shouldn't have been, because...
Well, I know. As he looks to Jack, you are a very lucky man. You're very lucky they could find me, because that could have went really bad really quickly.
I recognize the severity of the situation as soon as they said a few of those trigger words and weren't very, very closed-mouthed about them. I realized the kind of situation I was in, and I realized that I could not get out. And I do thank you for stepping in when you could.
I'm one for giving ghosts fair shakes, and this is what I do. However, I suggest that if I know the laws the way I believe I do, they might others will be called to weigh in and give opinions. others more important than me. I hope
If you
you
were,
understand what I'm telling you, because I'm being really vague.
yes, I understand. If you were in my situation, what would you do? What kind of case would you build up?
First of all, I would be as honest as humanly or inhumanly possible.
Hmm.
I would say the moment that you try to hide anything or give people the impression that you don't want to talk and that you're unwilling, that's when things will go south for you. Not a lot of people that are like me are very open to talking.
I understand that, but if I am to be completely open and honest, I will do that. I will answer any question asked of me, but what kind of responses are they not necessarily looking for, but what you're looking for honest answers, not looking for the information to be manipulated in one way or the other, I'm going to assume.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Just simply how you got the information that you have.
That is what they are most concerned about.
Yes. It's a question of security.
I think I can actually go ahead and answer that fairly honestly.
We're not asking you about any things that you may find secret or things that we should not know, but things that you should feel prudent in your defense. I.e., I think it would be very, very ill advised that the situation be blown into a war of some kind because of a miscommunication.
Ooh, you could tell them about the Bane that we fought.
They are
Uh,
especially interested in how you know about that.
uh, right. What I can
Yes,
do is I
him.
can. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it wasn't my turn to talk.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, it attacked him, and he kind of filled everyone in on it because otherwise we wouldn't know about this Bane running around.
In this case, and in two other cases, I can give you a story to sort of highlight how I gained to know any of this knowledge and how, because I interacted with this woman over here, we were able to resolve many, not necessarily threats, but annoyances, hindrances.
Oh,
Like,
you're not allowed to talk about the place. That's it. Other than that,
uh, it's not
except to
necessarily
Mother
my.
Larissa. To Mother Larissa, you're allowed to answer everything completely honestly. But yeah, it's supposed to be a secret.
Okay, I understand that arrangement now. I didn't realize how it was on your side of the fence with your people. I only know how it was with my people.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm
I
just
think
saying.
that it's where that I believe that's where the confusion is coming from.
The
So
idea that
I
there
believe
is a project that cannot be shared with those who do not need to know, and apparently the young ones think they deserve and ought to know, and are currently scapegoating our dear Alicia here for whatever misguided reason.
I believe that since we have been in a for quite some time, we've been in a season of war that they have forgotten certain aspects of our laws. And I don't necessarily believe they were misguided in their attempts. I believe that how they went about it was wrong.
Don't get me wrong, I understand the necessity of secrecy and security, and I'm just very glad that you walked by and did not consider myself such a enormous threat that needed to be dealt with in such a harsh manner.
Well, I, for one, thought it was a really bad idea of breaking more laws. I believe that. All right, fine. I believe it was it would have been poor sport if, let's say, individuals tried to contact spirits, as it were, in the middle of a bar to question you. So I believe this was the best course of actions, and the sooner we were able to speak to Alicia, the better.
Well, that was fairly prudent.
I'm all about efficiency. So, as he kind of raises his glass of coffee to both of you and says, "I hope you find yourselves well." And I believe, as he kind of, do you have any get offenders law, Alicia, or like jack of all trades or something like that?
I've got Jack of all trades. I've got Pure Breed 3, but it's Child of Gaia.
All right. He reaches into his bag and I'm gonna say that if you can roll intelligence occult.
Intelligence occult.
Yeah, standard difficulty.
Standard difficulty, so actually difficulty 8, unless you're talking Garu law or spirits law instead of occult.
It has to do with spirits and stuff, so yeah, that's what I'm saying, 6.
Okay. So intelligence, I have no occult, so Jack of all trades would go up to difficulty 8, but I do have
Okay.
spirits law and Garu law at level 2. So
I would say spirit law.
Okay.
Anthony, if you could answer a few questions for me.
Sure, give me a second.
Does this thing have any mojo behind it? Is it an enchanted item, or is it simply a mundane item that has an occult significance?
Yeah, it has some magic on it.
Okay, if you allow it, I'll go ahead and roll perception awareness for this one.
Alright.
3 successes.
He's going to take out what looks to be runestones, and he's going to say that I've done some looking and I wouldn't worry so much.
You wouldn't worry so much about
your predicament.
Okay.
I wouldn't. It might be a good idea to let your pack know.
Okay. Travis.
Come prepared definitely, but I wouldn't worry so much.
Okay.
I do not understand what's happening.
Well, I'm guessing some form of kind of seeing the future using runes and
Yep.
a sign that I'm probably going to come out of this okay, which I thought I should do, but it really depends because Travis is convinced that I'm going to get ambushed by the painted men.
I would say that Travis is right to be protective of people.
My problem with I don't have any problems with painted men right now, but the problem is their past behavior showed that they are not used to live in a place like New York, and they might do something stupid. That's what I believe. So that's the reason that I am actually New Alicia.
All right. So I would say if it comes to that, your You're not young anymore, are you?
Well,
I am.
me and Travis are Fostons, and Keegan's a Clear, so we can
All right.
probably
So
hold our own as long as not all four of them jump me at the same time.
then he'll just look at you and be like, I suppose handle yourselves, if it comes to that. Like, but I don't think it should. Then
Oh,
again,
and if you see them, let them know that Blitzkrieg wants to talk to them.
I figured as much. Yeah.
He wanted to talk to them with me, so that would be great. But I don't know if we're going to be talking to Mother Larissa first. She
Well,
shrugs.
this is new. This I spoke to her a few hours ago, so I suppose that would mostly be up to either yourself or whenever you guys are available to do that. He'll say rather plainly. Um, Also, I think this deserves to be said. I don't feel any other connection besides just giving people the fair shake.
The thing is, if you give people a fair chance,
Hmm.
they will prove, well, okay, a lot of them prove to you you can't trust them, but a lot of people prove that you can. And Jericho is one of those people. So I've given him a fair chance. That was how I met most of the mages. Just giving them a fair chance and seeing what they did.
All right, so I'll just let the
And I'm
spirits
sorry I couldn't tell you more. But Chases the
um,
Storm told us to keep it quiet.
perception, empathy.
Go for it. She's telling the truth.
Hmm. Because I believe that, yeah, just the way things worked out. Yeah. Is she telling the truth?
Yep, she's telling the truth. Chases the Storm told them to keep it quiet.
He'll look at her and say, all right. Well, I guess that's all we can really ask of you, isn't it?
Well, I will
Um,
definitely see about bringing Jericho to talk to Mother Larissa as soon as possible. Um,
Jericho, Sarah, Jack, sorry,
Jack,
whatever.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Is there a way I can contact you,
Jack will
or should
go
I
ahead
just
and
continue to go?
work. Jack will go ahead and reach into his vest, take out a bit scrap of paper with a number that's already been written on it. Hands it over.
All right. Is there any special instructions or?
Oh, it's just a phone number.
Oh, um, this is more
Um,
your neck than mine, so I'll assume you're telling the truth.
um, given that, given that it would be probably a bad idea to take Jericho into Central Park without
That's a terrible
specifically.
idea.
Pardon?
Yeah, I
Uh,
said that's a terrible idea.
yeah. When and where do you think we should meet Mother Larissa?
Mother Larissa gave me a location. He tells you. I think here will be good.
Okay.
I don't think any of them have the audacity to upset Mother Larissa.
Oh, I really wouldn't recommend them trying.
Stop it. I wouldn't recommend it. But you know,
That would be fun.
that would be interesting. Fun would not
Okay.
be the operative word.
No, it'd be fun for me.
To each his own. Um, but I
Well,
have a few errands to run.
well, thank you for letting us know, and thank you for sticking up for Jericho. I know you said that it's only because you like to be fair, but there's no reason you can't thank someone for being a fair person.
Jack.
What?
Yes,
Yeah,
and yeah. Well, I know him
I'm sure
more
Jack
as
appreciates.
Jericho.
And with that, he'll kind of tip his coffee to you. Um, fist bump Travis,
The Can we talk
and
outside for 2 minutes?
you want to speak with me outside for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll kind of just give um, forgot your character's name. Sorry. Uh, he'll give Keegan like a salutation and then just be on his way to meet with Travis.
When we go
Uh,
outside. Oh yeah, just go
I
on.
spend a point of willpower to activate whisper catching.
Okay.
Because nosy Shadow Lord.
Okay. The When we go outside, the Travis lights a cigarette and the says the reason that I just wanted to talk to you is about the some of the persons are it's just my opinion about them, and I would like to know about someone who has better experience than I do. The Painted Man has joined to the sept, and I am really happy that there is another sept in the our dear sept. But all they do is the Morgan's bastard had accusations. The Shoe Fresh had beaten down everybody except the Worm, and I have heard about a Fianna who I haven't met yet, and the
Right.
Siegebreaker, which is really good fellow. I do think that they need a lesson because, as much as I understand what they are trying to do, whenever they start something, they fuck up. Something big happens when it shouldn't be. When we put our attentions towards the fighting that happens, or there is red clouds in uh, the Umbra, and they are
Hmm.
accusing Alicia, which is I think which is not okay. And as you are a Philodox, it is your judge to uphold the litany. And there
Hmm.
is two Ahruns and one Regabash in that pack, which I haven't seen them in the attack of the Bloodclaw problem that we had. I believe someone, it's not me, I
Hmm.
know that I'm just a new foster, I know, but I think someone should remind their duty to the sept. Feeding kinfolk is good, but it's
Hmm.
not the only thing that they should do. I did not want to speak this near a mage.
Huh. Contemplates will look at you, and he'll give you a knowing look, and he'll say, if you believe that your convictions are strong enough to warrant education, then I believe that it is your job as a warrior to call them out. Do I believe that it should it be to the death or anything like that? Absolutely not. But if you truly believe a lesson in education is what they need, then I strongly suggest that you go off and search your feelings and then seek me out again.
Thank you.
And on top of kinfolk, mm, it's up to interpretation. What do you think the purpose of a kinfolk is?
Pardon?
I said, what do you think the purpose of a kinfolk is?
I believe they are needed for our future. They are the way of our breeding.
So it's of
Mr.
my opinion that, right, he'll look at you and say, I believe it's of my opinion that, just based on the accusations that are around Alicia, I believe that all of us will be able to speak our mind, and you're sufficient rank to speak your mind and what
Thank
you
you.
believe how things should be done.
He takes a deep breath and
And the last thing he'll tell you is just be prepared to defend your words.
oh, of course I am.
Should it come to that.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for your advices as a man who have more experience than I am. Thank you again.
He'll smile and say, I'm just fair, not a saint. And he'll make his way off into the night.
You guys will see when he enters back towards the the coffee shop. Travis is smiling.
So I take it that went well?
Yeah, I asked him some of the questions that I had in mind.
Excellent.
Jack, what you doing, man?
You notice that Jack is actually playing on his phone. Turns it off, looks towards you.
You know, girls won't like you with this ginger hair. You
Don't
gotta
worry
go to
about it.
parties, bro. Yeah, I am not worrying about. Don't worry. No girl will look at you. You know this.
Christ fucking sakes. Because he's actually wincing at that, rubbing his the bridge of his nose. Oh, for the love of God! You know
Curry
I don't
night?
do. I could do karaoke.
No, I said curry night.
Oh, curry? Yeah,
Curry
yeah,
night.
sure. I can definitely do that. That's definitely a thing that can happen.
Do you want to join us, Travis?
If I am invited, I will.
Excellent. And with that, the four of them are going to head off to the place, the mysterious place, for curry and cleansing and running in the Umbra as wolves, apart from Jericho. He can't join in that bit. And then
Just
more,
as a wolf
and
man.
and there the broadcast will end.